Hello, so in this video I'm going to share with you some simple exercises to help balance your blood sugar, preventing things like insulin resistance and diabetes. The first technique is actually an acupressure point right between the thumb and the index finger, and you can simply press and circle on this point for 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute will do, but this point has been shown in studies to help to balance blood sugar, so this is scientifically backed. And you can also press the spleen point, which is around here on the left hand, and you can press on and off, or you can circle, or a bit of both. You can also press the pancreas point, which goes across on the inside here. You might even just want to go across the whole hand like a caterpillar. You can do it on the right hand as well. This is more for the liver though, but the liver is also involved in metabolism and storing glucose for glycogen. So you want to press firmly but not too hard that it's painful. Let's go through some lying down ones. So we've got toe taps. Hope you like my socks. This boosts the spleen meridian. Then you can place one foot on top of the other and go side to side. This boosts the lymphatic system. And switch legs to both sides. And then we can go circles with the angles. Another one you can do when you're lying down is just to tap your knees, the back of your knees on the ground. Either one at a time or both together. And we're also boosting circulation in the legs, which helps to absorb some of that glucose into the cells, bypassing the need for insulin. So now we're just going to roll onto the front and do some leg raises. You can even hold it there for a second or two. And all the time we're breathing deeply to improve the circulation from within. So here we're working the glutes, the thighs, the back of the thighs, which are very big muscles and helps to absorb the glucose. You can also lift the arms if you want an extra challenge. And engage the lats if you want an extra challenge. Okay, the next one you can do that is really simple, going into a kneeling position and rocking back and forward like this. So I'm pushing back and then using the glutes to drive me forward. And you can even think of pushing the knees in and out. And you can even do it without the hands for an extra challenge. Breathe deeply and do this for a minute or two. You'll feel something. Pushing the knees into the ground as if you're drawing the earth apart almost. And if you want, you can hold it for a couple of minutes. You'll really start to feel your quads. And you may even need to activate monk mode. Monk mode. Monk mode. Activated. Okay, so the next one, we're going to open the legs into a straddle position. Bring the arms to the side and then lean over your head with the hand. And tap this other hand to the foot or near to the foot. Inhale to the center, exhale. And go to where you feel comfortable without too much strain. And also feel your core, your side abs as you bend. And then we go forward and back. Opening the chest and feel the back muscles engage when you pull the arms back. So it's not just on the shoulders. And while we're here, we can massage the stomach 36 point, which has also been studied to show, which has also been proven to balance blood sugar in studies. This point is just below the knee on the outside of the shin, kind of on the peak of the tibialis muscle when you lift your foot up. Next, we're going to go into the 90-90 position, like this, 90 degrees here, 90 degrees there. And just lean forward. Feel that comfortable range. We're not trying to stretch here. Just opening the circulation in the hips. The final one, we can just simply have the legs in front, lean forward. To do this properly, we don't want to compress the spine. You can round the spine as long as it's not compressed too much, like you're pushing on it. And if you feel like you can go further with that, with the hamstrings, then you can straighten the spine and go forward. You could even have something like a chair or something to pull yourself forward. But if you can get to there and you start to feel relaxed, then you're probably near enough to the end range of motion. And come back to engage all of your lower spine, your lower back. And then see if you can go a bit further, hinging at the hips. And then you might slightly round. Anytime you feel strain or tension, return to sitting. The next practice for balancing blood sugar, we're going to go into a squat and bring the elbows to the knees or the thighs inside. And you can have them fully inside, that will make it even harder, or you can have them leaning on the knees or the thighs. And if you want to make it easier, you can go against a wall. Obviously it's only easier for a time being, and then it starts to build up on your thighs. But you don't need to go too far down, that makes it even harder. You could start off quite high, gradually go a little bit lower. Best to do this one barefoot so your feet can grip the ground and they don't slide away. Keeping the back flat against the wall. So this helps to strengthen the legs and obviously absorb a lot of glucose. But remember, energy isn't built only with glucose, it needs oxygen. So keep breathing deeply, slowly but deeply, allow that CO2 to rise and then allow the oxygen to be absorbed. The next practice we're going to do is on the kneeling position and lifting the knees up. This works the shoulders, the arms, the core, even the legs. So it's really a full body engagement. And it's a very primal movement, so it helps to functionally move around as well. If only crawling was socially acceptable. But yeah, you can do this out in nature anywhere you want to tap into your primal movement. And if you want to add some movement to it, you can go forward. If you get to the end of the room, turn into the crab and go back. And repeat. Coordinating all 4 limbs so that you feel balanced throughout. That way you use the least energy or the most efficient energy. Let's go through another important one, which is standing, and very simply lifting the heels up and down to build the circulation in the legs and the calves. If you want to make it harder, you can lift one leg up and do it with only one leg. Do a few on each side, and you can hold on for balance if you want. Another way to make this more effective is to stand on a step. So if you don't have a step, you probably need to go outside and find one. Otherwise, you might be able to use a block or a couple of blocks. Stand up with your toes on the edge and lift your heels. And then as you go down, your heels can go further down than if you're on the flat. You can also do this sitting, although it helps if your hips are higher than your knees. Then you have more lift to do, more range of motion to cover. And the soleus muscle, this muscle at the base of the calf, is very strong, and it also helps to absorb glucose very efficiently. It helps us to jump, and then above it you've got the gastrocnemius, also part of the calf. You can actually do a slight raise for the soleus, and then an additional raise to activate the gastrocnemius. So when you're sitting, you're chilling, you can simply lift your calves and balance your blood sugar anytime, anywhere. If you want a challenge, I'll say, okay, 2 minutes. You can also alternate, like you're tiptoeing. And if you want, you can engage the shoulders as well to add a little bit more movement and balance your blood sugar.